Welcome back for another writing update. So this is week 2 of trying my chaotic writing style where I am spending one day just writing, and this one went like semi-okay. I do have to utilize makeup day. So my game plan of the week is that every day of the week is a different task. Like today is recording. So I'm recording a bunch of videos today and editing them and getting them all up and scheduled. And then I don't record for the rest of the week unless I have to, which I will. I have a couple videos that like I haven't read the book yet, so I can't talk about the book and things like that. And so like those things have to wait. And then I have my makeup day where that's where I fit everything else. And like I have a house cleaning day, and then I have my writing day. For my writing day this week, I got a lot of words written, about the same as last time, but it was technically 2 chapters. I split the one into 2, and so I made it into 3 chapters, but it was a lot. And so I'm kind of surprised. So initially I was writing, again, for this is my nonfiction book, my witchcraft training book. This is scheduled out to be per month, and each month has 3 chapters. So I was planning to do the July and August sections, and then I was going to be done for the week. And then I got to chapter 20, which is like the middle of July, and then nope, I didn't finish. That chapter, which is Magical Theory, that was supposed to not be, I thought it was going to be under word count and that I'd be struggling to get the words, and instead by the time I was done it was over 5,000 words, which was really surprising for one chapter, and like I did not anticipate that, and so that was a lot. And so I ended up like my word count ended up jumping to like, I was at like 29,000-ish words, and now I'm at like 36,000-ish words. And so that was a lot of words for one chapter. And like I had written chapter 19 and it was my usual like under 2K. And then this one I was like, oh my God, like that was a lot, and it took a lot of hours. And I was looking at the next one that I had like planned in the outline of what I was gonna write. Like it just doesn't flow like I want it to. So I changed my mind and I took the last chunk of chapter 20 and I made it its own chapter. So now they're both about like, again, you're gonna split 5,000 in half. They're gonna be about like 25-ish, 100-ish, really holding that because the math is a little different. Like one was 2882 and the other was like whatever, 5,000 something minus it. But like it was still over 2,000 words for both of them, which is bigger than the other ones have been anyways. But I decided the one just needed its own chapter. I felt like it was just such a lot that it's like, even though this month it won't have a lot of like stuff to do, I think it's just appropriate for the topic though, because it's the element of spirit, and to have the concepts of what magic is, because that is what the element of spirit is to me, it just felt like that needed its own chapter. And like I feel like I need to have what I was planning for that just kind of mix into the next section, which is going to be your magical tools. And so I haven't written that yet this week, and I need to, because that took so much of the day that by the time I was done writing that and I was looking at how I'd organized it and was kind of reworking some things, I was like, I'm so tired. Like this was a lot. And so it was all like, I had like less than an hour left of the day that I was going to be able to write anyways. So I was like, you know what, makeup day, that's what it's for. So I have put the other aside for a minute, and I will be taking that up on my makeup day of the week and catching up. And I think it's gonna go really well, because right now how everything's outlined, I will be finishing up this draft right before Yule. It'll be the Monday before Yule, and if you don't know what that is the winter solstice, the holiday for the pagans and the Wiccans out there. And so we celebrate the returning of the sun, and it varies year to year, but I always celebrate it on the 21st. And so to have it done on the 18th, and like I start my 13 days of Yule on like sometimes the 19th, sometimes the 20th, so it's like right before all of my celebrations start, and it'll just be a nice way to like start wrapping up the year And so I'm very excited to get this draft done. I won't be publishing it, like I've said, until November of next year. So it's gonna be weird to be like having this like looming in the distance. But I've also come to realize that like looking at the schedule for next year and how my writing is going, writing day and editing day might have to be 2 separate days. So that means that my makeup day, I'm gonna either have to add another day of work and have another day that's a makeup day, or it's gonna be chaos. And that in the morning, it's like editing. And like I think what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna add in a different makeup day because I'm gonna need a day for editing, just like editing my books. Like that's going to take a lot of time. And if I get it done faster in the day, cool, I'll have a half day. But for the most part, I know that I'm gonna need a lot of time for it. And like being more ahead and like on track with things, like right now, this is my last video that I need to record for the day, which is crazy because like it's 10 o'clock. I thought I would be doing this like last week where I was doing this for most of the day and I didn't even finish. And so like I'm doing better, getting more on track, getting a system kind of. We had to move the camera because of the sun. And so like here I'm now right at my desk actually, and it seems to be working. I mean, you get to see the door with my cardigan hanging there, but like it seems to be working really well. So I'm thinking when I move on to editing, because I will every month be drafting and editing. So I'm not the same book, it's gonna be different. So like one day of the week is for writing the current like first draft, and then the editing day is for working on the previous book and getting all of that stuff taken care of for like 1 to 2 months, but working on that for like a full day every time to make sure it gets done. And yeah, so it's gonna be a little chaotic, and it's gonna delay the publishing a bit. But again, this book I don't want to come out until like November of next year. So I've got plenty of time to be working on this. But yeah, so anyways, that is super rambly, but that is where I am at for my writing. I'm hoping that I can stick on track, and I will let you know next week how my makeup day goes and the next writing day. So anyways, until next time, thank you so much for following along for my writing shenanigans. If you want to buy my books, they are available on my blog, or you can search for them on Amazon under the pen name R.M. Waters for fiction, and my nonfiction books are under Raven Wells. Until next time, thank you so much for watching my shenanigans, and I will see you all soon.